So this is our division of fractions or division understanding. We have our basic kind of understanding of what is division. We get into some of the kind of traditional 6th grade division work, and then we always, on the pretest, go some things that are above and beyond the regular division of a 6th grader, which might be the division of mixed numbers, or simplifying a fraction that is sort of written in a different way. So a decimal divided by a fraction written in this way pretty much throws most 6th graders. And then this allows those high flyers to have something to strive for. So on this quiz, out of the 24, I think our high score on the pretest was like 12. And then we had kids that got them all right at the end. So they're improving by 100%. And they feel good about that. But we're also recognizing that the kid who got 2 right and now got 8 right is improving by 300 or 400%. And that we celebrate as well. So we even acknowledge by, stand up, Eric got 800% improvement.
And he's grouped with people he's not typically grouped with.
Yeah.
when celebrating grades, because the improvements could be similar.
And he knows that he had a 1 and he got 7 right. And that the girl across the room might have gotten 12 right and got 24 right and has a less percentage. But we're still kind of building a culture of improving is what we're all about. It doesn't matter right now if you get them all right or not, but we're really trying to just improve. So really improve. And some of the kids are like, ooh, what happens if we do poorly on the pre-test and do really well on the post-test? You're like, boy, that's going to be just fine. It's okay. Go for it. Really mess with us. Do well on the post-test. That'll teach us a lesson. So.
And it's just so concrete with the videos being linked to the practice of, if I can't do this, it's right at the top of the page what to do about it. Just go watch that video. If you still don't get it, come get some help. But that idea of wanting to improve, because last time you didn't improve as well, there's just something to do about it, which is pretty nice.
So this is the current stuff that we're working on. We have a quiz tomorrow, and these are the kids who've watched the area of a polygon video. And you can see sort of that they've been watching it all different times in the day. Some of them are watching it, middle of the day at like a study time or a math time. Some of them are watching it after school. Some of them are watching it really late at night, which is pretty cool. I know, Kevin, you mentioned that.
I've had breakfast with you many times.
Breakfast with Mr. Chandler or Mrs. Clemens with reading videos about math. So they're able to access our help at lots of different times, which is pretty cool. And that's sort of why we continue to keep pushing it. So, technology-wise, the only really hardware that we bought, we did get a laptop just that was a little bit more powerful than a Chromebook or a netbook that we had. And then we have a tablet, which just makes the writing of everything a lot better and a lot easier. So just a really high quality stylus pen, and you can write pretty much like we normally would. It took us some practice. But that allows us to write on the notebook paper and make it look like real writing, and you can erase it and you can highlight and change colors and draw and stuff like that, which is nice. And that's like the $100 Wacom thing that's on the list.
Mm-hmm. So do you rehearse it, or you just go on?
Depends on who's doing it.
You can decide
On
to
air.
delete it and go there.
I usually write my notes down first, like what I want to be on the note paper, and then I'll record it. And the program allows you to edit out pretty nicely.
How many videos do you usually like to do at one time? Because it sounds like it's a process where you.
If the pre-test is tomorrow and you haven't done any, you can do 10.
Well, no, you guys, when you guys sit down and write.
Right.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
The most I've done is, I think I did 6 in a day.
Yeah, I think I did around that too.
Yeah.
Just for planning. So you can do them pretty quickly, especially now that the goal is to have them be short and super related to the work the practice work that we have. But I mean, I don't know, like 3 would be fine. That would be a nice little work session.
And Do you share with the other sixth grade teachers?
We haven't.
Who's the host of your videos? Look, where are the videos living when you record them?
So they live in screencast.com,
Okay.
and this is remember we've all used Jing in the past, and when you use Jing you can get a free screencast account, and it is only so big. So we filled that within the first week. Not so much with the volume of storage, but with the bandwidth requirements, because when you have 40 kids who are all downloading videos, the bandwidth is really what we're paying for. So we had to upgrade to the Screencast Pro account, and that's where that $100 thing is per year. There's an educator account. And then within Screencast, all of our videos are just in folders, so our current geometry and polygons, here's the videos that we've got, and it's pretty simple to link it. You just, like you would with Jing, you get a URL link there, and you can embed that into anything you have. So on Global Classroom, those links just are going to Screencast. So they're not downloading them, they're not files that are transferring to their machines, they're just viewing it, streaming it from Screencast, which is pretty nice.
Is there when you embed them into Global, do you have is there a screenshot of what they're about to see, or is it just text-based?
We just,
It looks like that.
yeah,
Okay.
and this V2, V3 stuff is super key for them, because they know that on the practice work, they get a practice packet. Like this is the current practice packet that has things on it. V1 is video 1. So on the pre-test, I suck in video 1 skills. Here's my practice stuff. Area of those shapes, a lot harder. I go to video 6, and it's going to help me figure out how to do that kind of stuff. And in general, kids are, like class today math, or yesterday, whenever we had math.
I mean, the kids are doing what they need to do. It's really nice. They have their pre-test, and there's a few to check in on with the honesty of what do you need to start with. And I think probably in the first edition of this, we had kids starting at 5, and that's fine. But I mean, the reality is, okay, everyone got so many shapes wrong on the pretest that most people are starting off at 1. Some people did it last night, so they're over here, and it's just a mix of practicing math and watching videos for a class.
And you said the data is collected through Screencast as well?
Yeah, so Screencast sends us this report about the kids and their work that they've done. I guess the important part about this is the balance that we have between what is really very skill-based stuff. The videos are very skill-based. They're, learn this skill, practice this skill, master this skill, improve what you can and can't do. And then probably every other day or every third day or whatever, we have an activity. And those are very high group dynamic activities where they're doing a task. When we were doing the adding in fractions and all that stuff, they did a whole series of activities with rice and measuring cups. So they were saying, show 1.5 divided by a fourth using measuring cups. And so the kids are all of a sudden, no computers, no practice work, but doing this activity that is connected directly with it. And they're measuring rice and figuring out how to demonstrate and how to model that. And it's completely linked to what we're doing. So this week, for polygons, what was our first activity? The playground?
They were designing a playground, so they had the area of all of the different things that they wanted to put in their playground, and we drew them a border, and they had to figure out what fit. So it was using the skills from the videos, but just applying them without the computer or individual work.
Now, do you see this as something that fits best for math or only for math? Are you using it in language arts or social studies or science?
We haven't used it in other subjects
We're
quite yet.
exhausted.
I think our goal was really to figure out the pieces that work.
Yeah.
And math is, because we had done the videos with Jing on the kids showing us stuff, I think we were kind of curious about how to reverse that and make it work. So I think if we can figure out the recipe for flipping a class and keeping things short and super related
Super pointed, yeah.
to classwork, I think it could work anywhere, but just with these skills right now, it's easiest to target in math.
Mhm.
And I think you'd have to find the balance for the kids' sake too. There are definitely kids who appreciate, plugging in their headphones, watching the video, working on this, asking questions. They like that sort of like structured system, but there are other kids that we know get tired of the videos pretty quickly. And so if we were doing that in all three subjects, that would be overload for them.
Mhm.
So because we have them for all of the core subjects, we can sort of monitor that balance nicely and say, oh, we'll just say we do it in this, but we don't do it so much in the other things.
Mhm.
If you fast forward a year, will you be reusing these?
Maybe version 3s, and of course that introduction one where we learn.
I mean, the shorter ones that you talk about, where it's,
Yeah.
directed at the skill, do you
Yeah.
think you're creating a system that you can replicate with
Yeah.
less energy next year?
Yeah, I think so.
That was
And then
the
is there
goal.
any, and then the follow-up is any concerns about getting your access to your stuff next year if you don't pay the pro account?
Good question.
You can
Now
down-
there is.
You can down, you can,
Now they're,
My guess is we can
you can
We
download.
can save these. These are all saved on a big laptop anyways. So we have copies of them. They're just not uploaded.
it sounds silly, but what's the file extension that they're saved as? I'm curious. I mean, you don't have to answer if you don't know.
SMF.
I think these
So
are.
that's a flash file.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's an
gotcha.
SMF.
Yep. Those embed into the Smartboard software if you're ever
So
interested.
what doesn't embed though is the quizzing. And the quizzing is linked directly to the Camtasia screencast TechSmith people. And the quizzing is really what's pretty cool. Having that opportunity for a kid to watch a video and then respond at the end, even if it's, I got it, that's super helpful for us.
Does it show the answer afterwards?
Yeah, you can have a setting where it can show the answer or not show the answer for it. So if you wanted to have a true test, where you get the score you get, you could do it that way too.
Yeah, because like that last response that you saw, did you get it? And okay, I think I have it, and yes, I got it.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah, it's helpful stuff. I think that's about all we got.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was really good.
It was really well done.
Yeah. I'm not ready. I'm not there yet. I'm more on the S still on that scale of